Hi everyone, I'm sure like many of you out there, there are times where notifications can just really disturb you from what you're doing. Maybe you just want to take a break. And at night, on things like your iPhone and iPad, there's the Do Not Disturb that comes on automatically. On mine, it's the default, which is 10 o'clock at night till 7 o'clock in the morning, and you can change that. But it's automatic. Now, you can also have specific ones that come on at particular times, or when you're doing particular things, or when you're using particular apps, or even at particular locations. And it's called focus. And here on the iPhone and the iPad, they're very similar. And this works for iPadOS 15, iOS 15. It also works on the Mac, macOS 12 Monterey and above. So I'm going to show you how you do this on the Mac in a moment, but I'm going to quickly show you how you do this on your phone. And I'm going to start off by just showing you something in the settings. So let's go into settings, and you'll see here it's got focus. And if I tap on focus, you can see it's got this option to share across devices. So what that means is if I switch it on my iPhone, it will switch on the Mac, and it will switch on my iPad as well, and vice versa. So that can be quite handy. But if you don't want to do that, then have this switched off. And the thing is, it's setting it for all of these. So you couldn't just use it for, say, one. Now I can set up a focus here by tapping on the plus sign in the top corner. But let me just show you another way. So if I swipe down from the top, you'll see here it's got focus. For me, it's over here on the left-hand side. I tap on it, and it comes up with all of mine, including the Do Not Disturb. Another built-in one is driving, so it can detect when your phone connects to the car Bluetooth and then automatically come on. And you can see I've got a few here. Now, one that I did set up is this one here called Quiz. So when I'm doing an online quiz, it's not going to be showing me email notifications and other things, so I've set it for that. What's clever is you can set it to come on at particular times or at a particular location, or when you use particular apps. So I do actually have one here called Personal, and actually if I'm using Lightroom on my iPad, it actually stops notifications coming in so I can use it. And Lightroom is a photo editing software that's really actually very nice to use, and I'm going to do some videos about that very soon. So I've got them here. Now, something you do need to know, you can only have 10 of these. That's what I've kind of noticed on this. So you can see I've got one for the drone. It knows when I'm using the drone software, so it will switch on then. But let's create one. So in the same way that I could click on that plus button when I was in the settings, down at the bottom, I can tap on New Focus. And the first thing it asks is, what do you want to focus on? Tap on Custom. I'm going to give it a name. So let's call this one Travel. Okay, you can choose a color. So I'm going to choose maybe this one here. And there's an icon here as well. So I'm going to choose this one, which looks like a train to me. So let's click on Next. So this is now showing me the allowed people for notifications. I can tap on Remove All. I may have had more people here. So I'm now going to add from here as well. So I'm going to add people. So I'm going to tap here. I've created some dummy entries, of course, and let me click on Done there, rather tap on Done, and you'll see it's added those in. So let's tap on Calls here. So you can see it's got favorites here selected. You could have everyone, no one, so no calls at all. Favorites, all contacts, and all contacts doesn't mean everybody. So this is people who are in your address book as opposed to just any phone calls. And you could have groups as well, and you could select from this group, and you can see I've got a few there. I'm going to go back to favorites. Now this is an interesting one, allow repeated calls, which is something that's there for Do Not Disturb as well. If it's urgent, if you call somebody twice in under 3 minutes, it will override the Do Not Disturb and actually ring. So if you call someone, it goes straight to their voicemail and you really need to speak to them. If you call again, it will override that. However, you could turn that off. Okay, so I'm going to leave it on because you just never know. I'm going to tap on Done. I'm now going to tap on Allow. If I didn't want any of this, I would have just tapped on Allow None. Tap on Allow, And it's now asking me what apps I want notifications from. And it's got mail here. Well, maybe I don't want from mail, so I'm going to turn that off. So I'm going to go into here and add an app. And let's just scroll down here to messages. I'm going to add messages here. And you know what, I might just add the mail back as well. And you know what, maps might be useful because quite often my wife and I share our ETAs as well if we're, say, coming home or something like that. So let's just tap on done, and there they are. And you can remove them, you can remove all as well. And other apps, you could choose whether or not they're time sensitive. So I could tap here and you can see allow apps not in your allowed list to send notifications marked as time sensitive immediately. So that could be something from a calendar. Let's tap on allow. And my focus is ready. Okay, but there's one other thing that I can do here, and that's actually trigger it based on time, based on location, or I could also do it based on opening a particular app. So let's tap on done, and you'll see it's got all of the information set up, and I could just change it. So if it was people, I would just tap here, I could change it there, I can go back, I can tap on apps, I can go back. If I want to turn it on from here, I can just switch it on here. I'm going to switch it off because I'm going to show you where else you can do it. And I can now go to the bottom and choose Add Schedule or Automation. You'll see there's Delete Focus down here as well. But I'm not going to delete this one, but if you wanted to, that's how you can get rid of them. So I'm going to add Schedule or Automation. So I'm going to tap on that. So I can set it from a particular time to another time. So I'm going to put that in. So it might be that I travel every Friday, you know, maybe it's a long distance or something, and I could just switch on and off the ones I want. So if I wanted Friday from, say, between 3 and 5, I would do that. I can add another one, which is location. So I could tap on location and type in a location in there. And when you tap on that, it might have your home location in there. So I'm not going to tap on that, but you could type that in. It can also trigger when you open up an app. So I'm going to go into app here. And guess what? You know what might be quite nice is if I open a book whilst I'm traveling, then that would happen. So that's going to happen there. And actually, it could be more than one app. So perhaps it's my wallet that I open because I'm waiting in queue and I don't want to be disturbed there because that maybe has got my tickets in. So let's do that. So there you go. I've got my books, my wallet, and it's every Friday between 3 and 5 it does it. So it's any of those that will do it. So as I said, you could also do the locations as well. Let's just go back here. There's my focus is there. And I'm now going to turn it on by just simply sliding down from the top right. Travel is on. Let's just tap here. Tapping on it again turns it off. Tapping on it again turns it on. If I wanted the quiz, I can tap on that one. And again, I can just tap to turn that off. If I slide up, it will be there. So let me just switch the travel one on. And when I slide up from here, you will now see at the top when I slide down, it's got travel on. You'll also see at the top right, there's an icon, which is the picture of that train as well, indicating that it's on. And if I was to switch off my phone and back on, so I'm getting the home screen, you would see it's on there as well. So there you have it. That's how you do it on the phone and also on the iPad. Let's have a quick look at how you do this on your computer. So I'm here on my Mac, and up in the top right corner here on my Mac, you can see it's got this little icon here, which is my control center. And I click on that and you can see I've got focus here. And I can click on focus and I can switch one on by just clicking on it. To switch it off, I just click on it again. And down at the bottom, you've got your focus preferences. So just like I did with the iPhone, I can add, I can edit, I can delete. So I can click there. Or I can go into my Apple menu over here, choose System Preferences, and I can click on Notifications and Focus here. It's on Do Not Disturb. I can't delete that one, but I could do others. Can't do that for driving. But if I was to say click on another one here, such as gaming, you could then delete that by clicking on the minus sign. And if I wanted to add another one, and I could also edit as well. I can also just click on the plus sign here. So if I click on plus, I now get custom. All sounds very familiar to what I just did on the iPhone. Click on custom. I can put in a name. Let's do that travel one again. I'm going to use that color. Again, I'm going to use that same icon. I deleted the travel one, by the way, between coming here from the iPhone to the computer, so that I had enough to create them, because as I said, there's only 10 that you can create. So let's click on add. And then you basically go through in the same way. It just looks a little bit different. So in options, I can click here. As you can see, it's got the allow calls. It's got the same again here. It's got the favorites and others. I can have allow time sensitive notifications, and also it's got the repeated calls. Click on OK. I can add people here by clicking on the plus sign. And then again, you can see I've got people that I can add. So for this, you can see that I can click on one. If I click on another, it's just selecting the one. If I want to click on multiple ones, hold down the command key, and then you can do that and then click on add. You can turn it on automatically. This is my automations. Click on the plus sign. Oh, by the way, there's always these minus signs to get rid of things. Add time-based notification. So I could do that. I could click on it and then choose my days and when I wanted that on or off. So maybe just on the weekends. And I could also add an app-based automation. So click on that and I could do books just like I did before. And as you know, I can add more in here as well. And once you're done, you just click to close. You can go over to here, click here, and you can switch on travel. Thanks for watching. I hope this really helps and that using Focus gets you a little bit of time away from all those notifications. If you do like this, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I have plenty more videos on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching and take care.